I start the vlog off, I think is Thursday. Today is Thursday and I'm starting the vlog off a little more lower than usual. I'm still in a bit of a funk emotionally. I think the winter is getting to me and I'm starting to feel the winter blues. So lately I've just been really lazy and kind of, I shouldn't say the word lazy too much because it's not lazy to be exact, because I still do get tasks done whenever I need to, but it's more like a funk, like I said, for lack of better terms. I'm in a funk, and so right now it's basically almost 5 o'clock p.m. The day has gone. I haven't filmed anything. I haven't done anything. I haven't had anything I needed to do other than laundry. I should have been holding this up like this. I don't know if you heard me through everything, but like I said, I'm in a funk. So I am currently using these headphones because the dryer is on. And like I said, our dryer has a very cranky and loud noise that it has. So I put my cord headphones. I hope you can hear me. But regardless, I'm heading to the mall today. Hopefully that'll kind of cheer me up a little bit. I'm not trying to say I'm doing, retail therapy, but I do have some things I do need to get, like milk and other things. So I'm gonna go and do that and see if I can film some cute little clips. I'm going with my little sister and her son, so we're gonna have a little cute family outing. I hope it goes very well, but yeah, I hope this will pick up my mood so that I'm like happier. But for now, I'm still in a funk, and you know what, nothing incredibly bad is going on in my life, so I'm just moody for no reason, really. And I'm not really happy about that. Also, side note, this has nothing to do with this conversation. I realized how many times I use the word and now that I mentioned it to you all, you're probably gonna notice it as well. But when I was editing my last vlog, I was just like, how many times am I gonna use the word and I realize now that I use so many filler sounds, I guess because I'm still thinking, but I can just be quietly thinking and then start my next sentence. But instead, I use, and then I'll start my next sentence. So now I'm getting really irritated with myself because now I notice it. I hope I haven't done it so far in this little chat that I've had with you so far. But if I have, I apologize. I'm not consciously doing it. It's just, I guess, a habit that I've created over the years and I wasn't aware of until I started watching myself. You learn things when you start watching yourself. Once you start recording yourself, you learn a lot of weird things about yourself, Like I have weird habits that I've seen. Yeah. See, I think I said it earlier. Anyways, I'm gonna go head out. We're just waiting for my nephew's jacket to dry because we washed his coat here, and that's why the dryer is on, because it's just doing its last run. Hope I can, pick up my mood and maybe film something nice for you guys this evening or afternoon. But if not, then I'll see you guys tomorrow. I have a nice little plan and I hope it works out. This one is so cute. I think I'm gonna grab this one for the shelf. Hi guys, I'm back home. I could definitely say that going out did serve me very well. The winter blues were definitely getting to me, and I feel like because I was on my menstrual cycle, I think I stayed inside the house for too long. So going outside did refresh my mind. I'm still very sluggish and tired, but the positive thing was that my mood did go up. So that was a success. Although the sun has set now, so it's very dark. But I did buy some cute little things for my room that I was thinking about for a very long time. Specifically this spot right here. Ever since I put out these little paintings that I purchased a while back, I've always had like an idea to put a shelf in between and then like put little decorations, but I just never found the right shelf or found something that I liked enough. But today, I'm so happy I did find something. It wasn't exactly what I had in mind, but honestly, I think it was for the best. As you can see here, I got one with hooks. I didn't really intend to buy one with hooks. Honestly, what I wanted was just a regular shelf like this, like the top part here, with a little lip so that I can put decorations on and like books and stuff and have it like leaning partially. But all the ones I could see and find online on Winners, blah, 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 either didn't have this little lip here or they had these hooks. So eventually I gave in and I thought, why don't I use these hooks for something useful? I'm thinking to use it for my bags or anything that I need hung, you know? So that's why I got it. And I think it's gonna work perfectly in between here. Oh my God. I think I should put my tripod up so you can kind of see the idea. There we go, much better. So I'm planning on putting this right between these two. It's extremely heavy. It's a solid piece of wood, but it's so cute, right? It's gonna go here, and then I'm gonna put like a little painting up here, and then my books. I am so excited that I finally found one that I liked. Like again, my goal wasn't for the hooks, but they could have a purpose. Like I said, I think some bags, my everyday bag, can go here, or even above, who knows. But I'm so happy. I even found this cute little painting that I can put on top. I don't know, obviously I bought these from Winner, so it's not like, I think these are probably printed out, but it's a landscape painting of like a field. I think the season is like either late spring or the beginning of fall. I can't really tell. The colors are very more muted tone, but I think it's so cute. It's gonna go so well in the space, especially because of how warm it is. It'll play off of my lamp very well. But yeah, I think this is what actually really picked up my mood when I saw it, because I was like, finally, I've been looking out for it for a very long time. When I tell you like a long time, I think it's been for months. I had the idea, but I could never find something that I liked enough to use and find to put up there. And I think that's pretty suitable. Like, obviously it's not perfect. I kind of wanted something else with more details, but I'm very happy. I'm planning on putting it up tomorrow when I have time, but I will be doing that a little bit later in the day. I think me and my sister will be going to a play place for my nephew tomorrow. Who knows? She might change her mind in the morning, but we will be doing that instead, and I'll take you along on the journey. Hey guys, I'm back. This was a nice shopping trip. It did also pick up my mood. I think just going outside was what I needed this whole time. When I really think about why my mood was so down, I'm realizing it's all this sad stuff going on like social media that you hear about, like the Epstein stuff. And although I haven't been actively looking for the, files and stuff, just like coming across, some TikToks about it, talking about it, and, hearing about what happened, it's just like, I didn't realize how much it was affecting me, But overall, I'm going to take a break from social media. And if I do go on social media, I think I'm going to just quickly scroll past, because there's only so much I can take regarding it. But yeah, going outside and being outside did really help with my mood. So there was that. But it was a nice little trip. We went to home decor stores because my family and I were preparing for Ramadan. I believe it starts next week. So today's the 13th, meaning Ramadan starts the 18th. So
We're all very excited for it, obviously. So we are all preparing for Ramadan. My sister wanted to get some, little decorations to put a place around her house. And us, we already have our usual decorations, so we didn't really buy anything for our house here. But yeah, it was a little cute. So we went to so many little cute stores. I showed a few clips of that. And I also went to, one of my favorite stores, which is Winners. What's new? But I ended up getting some journals. I kind of heard about something called, I feel like I forgot the term now. Something planning, compared planning. I feel like I'm not saying that right. Oh my god, I think I have some spider webs at the top. I think I need to clean it now that I'm looking back. The spider webs are kind of freaking me out because I'm like, it's been cold for so long. We didn't see any spiders in the house, but I'm suddenly seeing spider webs hanging and I'm like, oh, that's making me upset. But yeah, so there is a term for it, but I'll find out. Once I had to find out the term, I'll let you all know. But I heard about, it's like an idea of like, so you're making use of your time when you're on social media, YouTube, watching movies, reading books, all the things that we all love to do, of noting down, anything that's of importance to you, whether it's quotes, anything that resonates with you, things like that, and just writing it down in your notes or trying to write down the important bits so that you can remind yourself for later. It kind of helps you retain the knowledge better and you feel like you've learned something, right? With that in mind, if I can remember the name of the YouTuber, I think I'll add it in the title here below. But she's starting to do that actively and I was like, that's really interesting because I've always been into writing, but not per se journaling in terms of like a diary. I'm not really into keeping a daily diary, but I think this would serve me much better because I always enjoyed like creative writing. I did that a lot in high school. I stopped, however, but if I do end up going back into that, I would love to. But I think I need to start somewhere, and something like this is a better idea for me because it would help me retain the knowledge. And so I literally just heard about it today. So I didn't go into the store looking to buy this. I was just wandering around the store and then I found these journals and I was like, that's so cute. And then I looked and I was like, oh, this would be literally perfect for what I was thinking of doing. So I'm going to go ahead and start incorporating that into my, my daily viewing of entertainment. So, which is great because I recently started a new book and I'm so excited because these last couple of years, to preface, I love reading fictional novels especially, and I especially love supernatural fantasy type of novels. Like that was my thing in high school, university, all like as I've grown up throughout the years. So I love reading, don't get me wrong, but I ended up stopped reading Western novels in the last 4 to 5 years. Like literally I cut it off, but I was still reading novels. It was just web novels. I have done the Wattpad, like I've had the whole Wattpad phase back then, like back when I was, I think, how old was I? Like middle school, high school, those were my Wattpad days. But I had since stopped reading Western novels in general, even after graduating uni. I kind of, when I started college back when I was living in Ottawa, I started reading Korean novels, and Korean novels are very interesting as well. So I started getting used to their writing style and everything, and I've been reading it more and more and more. So for the last couple of years, I was just reading a lot of Korean novels, and they kind of have a similar theme and how they're structured, like whatever is trending in their web novel world is kind of how all the books are being written out. So like if you like time travel books, you're going to get a bunch of time travel books from many different authors. It's so strange how it works out. You like medical novels, you're going to get a bunch of medical novels right now. Like that was kind of the theme, when I was reading Korean novels. So I kind of got into that and I kind of stayed into that. So anytime I tried to go back and try to read Western novels, I had a hard time because I was used to a certain type of writing style and then a certain type of genre. So I'm trying to break that habit because again, like I said, I loved reading Western novels. Like I think the last book series I read was back in my mid-20s. So maybe I would say 2018, 2017, 2016. And I was reading Outlander novels. That was the last one. No, actually scratch out. After reading the Outlander novels, I then read like other historical, I think it was like a Roman historical novel. But regardless, those were like the last type of books that I read. And so I'm trying to get back, like I said, into Western novels. I want to enjoy reading them. So instead, I've kind of, since Outlander was the last type of novel that I read, so I searched for books that were similar to the Outlander series, and then I found this book called let's see if I can just show you the title without, yeah, this is the one on my Kindle, A Discovery of Witches. So from what I heard, obviously this came out a long time ago. I'm new to this type of book. I'm new to this. Like I said, I took a very long break, but I know this came out while I was still actively reading Western novels. However, I'm really excited that I've had such a big lull. You know what I mean? Like, I had a big break for a couple of years, so now I can get back into it and just find my, my footing and just start binge reading a bunch of different books that have been popular over the years. I feel like that's a win in a way, But I'm so excited because I finally found one and I now added it to my Kindle. Because like I said, I was reading web novels on my phone this whole entire time. So, I wasn't able to use my Kindle because on Kindle you can't really find a lot of Korean novels. So I'm so excited I can finally use my Kindle, and I just missed her so much. She's just been sitting, wasting away in like a drawer collecting dust. But now my Kindle's back in my rotation and I love carrying this around. And it just makes me so happy. But besides that, so far I've been reading this and I realize what's a nicer term for it, how much my reading level has deteriorated. I don't know if it's because I was consistently reading similar type of writing styles, but like I find myself pausing to like search the definition of a word and like, taking my time rereading the same sentence. And it's not because it's not interesting, it's because my focus, like my focus has deteriorated and it's taking me a longer time trying to essentially pay attention to what I'm reading. But I find it very interesting at the same time. So it's like I'm interested, but I'm having a hard time focusing. So I know for a fact that it's me and it's not the novel, because I've read the reviews. People love this book. But I think this is the perfect opportunity to, like I said, start noting things down on the book, because it will help me retain knowledge, and also help me focus on my book. So I think this is a happy coincidence that I found that this is like a new writing style that people are doing, because now I can, take notes down on my book, and then, I'm yapping too much, but you guys get the general idea. I think this is a perfect way to kind of find a happy medium where you're using social media, but then you can also make it a thing where you're learning about it, you're retaining a lot. It's kind of like when we were back in school studying, right? When I was in uni and college, and we had lectures and we had to jot down notes, and at the time it was kind of tedious and you didn't really want to do it, but it helped you retain all that knowledge. Like I remember, for me back then, writing notes was the only way for me to retain knowledge when I was learning back then. So I know this is the best style, for me, because that's how I learn. I know back when I started to use my laptop more frequently to take notes, it was harder for me to retain knowledge and memorize. The best way to memorize for me was always writing everything down myself and then just, memorizing everything. But anyways, besides that, I'm so happy that this is going to be something that I start to incorporate in my day-to-day, and I hope the habit sticks. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to waste money and buy these things and then just not use it per se. I want to actively use it, and I like the fact that we have, different journals combined, because then one can be for, like I heard that's what it's for, right? Like I said, I'm new to this. I bet some of you who may be watching might be like, well, we've already heard about this. Listen, I feel like I've seen TikToks here and there, people talking about it, but I was always like, I don't journal, so I would just skip it. But now I'm like, I understand the idea behind it, and carrying this around where you're reading, if you're reading a book or you're just going on like about your day to day and you're just like, oh, this is very interesting, and you write it down. Like, I have a bunch of notes on my phone that are like just filled with everything similar to it, and I'm just like, I could just have an actual physical book, because then once I write that note down, I never really look at it again on my phone, on my notes app. So this makes more sense to me. And I know some people have those, containers where they hold all of it. The wraparound leather bound wrapping thing that exists. Like I said, I'm new to this. I don't even know the terminology. I just saw it once on YouTube, and all of a sudden I'm like getting into it. I hope it's not a trend for me, because I don't want it to be a trend. I want it to be like an active thing I keep doing in my life. But yeah, I did find this at Winners. We did end up going, and that was like I think the quick shot you saw at the end. It's like handmade in Italy. Like I said, I don't know how much of it is true, but it says it is handmade leather in Italy. I think it's so cute. like I wasn't trying to get like the best of the best. I was just trying to see if there was such a thing that exists, and there is. Anyways, that's my little chat regarding my journal. I still have to put up my shelf. It's sitting here on my dresser, like I said, from last night. Still here. I need to put it up. I just need to find screws because I realize now it doesn't come with actual screws. I think we have something that can work with it. This is way too heavy for it to be for a nail. Although it does look like it's a screw for it, like it's a hook for a nail. No, this is a nail won't work with this. With the weight that this holds, I would have to put like 5 nails on each side, which would be completely dumb. So I'm gonna have to figure something out. I might not be able to put it up today, but this would be so cute because then now I can put my little journal up here too. I hope I'm able to put it up nicely and like put it up to get like make it nice and perfect. That will bring me so much joy and another little piece of beauty in my home, right? I am gonna figure out if I can find some screws for this little shelf in the corner here and get that together, and then maybe also have a chance to read my book. I am gonna get into more comfortable clothing wear and talk to you guys later, or maybe show you how I put up my shelf because I'm gonna figure that out. Hi guys, it's a couple of days later. I haven't been able to pick up the camera because we have been reorganizing our upstairs living room, and let's just say we had a lot of decluttering and organizing to go through. It was a very long and tedious process, so I didn't record that for you all. However, I am now in my room and I've made quite a bit of mess because I realized since I'm going to hang up my shelf, I decided I might as well just move everything out of the way and give it a quick clean because now I'm thinking there is going to be a lot of debris falling from the drywall. So I decided to quickly, move everything onto my bed, and it's a bit of a big mess. Also, I do have a bit of vacuuming to do as well on my floors because they're quite dusty. So it's just been a couple of days of cleaning, and I'm not planning to be a cleaning channel, but it's just part of life. As we go on, you just got things you need to clean, and so yeah. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and start organizing all of this and vacuuming and everything, so that my room is also nice and clean for the preparation and start of Ramadan. We put our little decorations up. It's not big. Our decorations, like my family, we don't do very large decorations, but it's a little cute thing that we set up. The living room also looks very clean and tidy now because of it. I don't know if I'll put any decorations in here as well, but I guess I'll see and play by ear to see how I feel throughout the month and maybe make some changes. But for now, I think that putting this shelf up and decorating it will be a very big change in my room anyways. So yeah, gonna get started on that and start another tedious process of cleaning. time for the moment of truth. I have been searching all yesterday for screws that would work with the weight of this heavy shelf. So I was scrounging around our toolbox and I found these two. I believe they're screws, and I think they'll work because it looks like they're also like an anchor as well. So this should hopefully hold up my shelf with no problem, and I'll be able to, you know, enjoy and hook things on without worrying about the actual weight falling. I've already gone ahead and marked the spots where I will be actually drilling the holes. I measured a bit yesterday. I just hope it's actually correct and I'm not like wrong about it, but I guess I'll find out. Later, but I believe this is kind of where I wanted it, right? So where I can have things here and things hanging here and it won't be blocked too much below. I've also decided to shift my beautiful lamp to the corner, you know, just in case. I hope it doesn't happen. If the shelf does fall in the middle of the night while I'm sleeping, then my beautiful lamp is safe here in the corner. So I'm nervous. I'm gonna go ahead and drill a bit of a hole on both parts so that, you know, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. You can't tell I'm very nervous, but I've hung a lot of things before, so I think it should be okay. Anywho, let's get started. I think this is what I'm worried about because I think, actually no, I might be wrong, but it looks like the stud might be behind the wall here. I guess we'll find out. Yep, the stud is behind there. You see how it went in? This one didn't. Look at that. Another cleanup. Ooh. Ooh, it's in. It's in. It's in lovely. Oh my god, oh my god. No, we don't want that too much. I should have been. This one's good. This one I went in a bit too deep. Moment of truth. Okay, so it's somewhere. Maybe it's gonna be okay. It's slanted. It's very slanted. Am I okay with it? I think I'm okay with it. Honestly, I'm okay with it. Okay, I'm not gonna put anything heavy for now, but I think it's cute. I think I put it a little too high, but you know what? My purses can go here. You know, my purse, the purse that I wear every day, I can hang it here. Oh, that's cute. Okay, I like it. And then any books I'm reading can go up there. Okay, I won't decorate it now. I'm gonna clean everything up and then decorate it because I need to do that first. As you can see, very dirty below. It looks so nice. I'm so happy that it turned out looking so nice. I decided to, obviously the painting I got from Winners a couple of days ago, and then I got some of my poetry books that I've read in the past. I've been able to put them up on my little shelf, and this is my like everyday bag currently, and I think it goes really well. It just ties it all in so nicely. And of course I put my keys as well. Sometimes I switch my bags out and I want my key readily available so that I can pop it into whatever purse that I have on hand. My cute little lamp, she's sitting right here in the corner, and I think she looks so adorable. Look at her. I'm really glad I made the decision to move it to the corner. I think I was hesitant to do so, but I think it ties in really nicely with everything. You can see me over there. But yeah, I think it ties in really nicely with everything. And of course, my skincare, oral hygiene stuff has been moved here. And of course, hidden behind my TV, all my shower stuff. So yeah, overall, I am super pleased. I think it looks so cute, and it just like honestly, it just makes me so happy. Like this whole wall is coming together now. Let me zoom out so you can see. And even then, when you look with the dresser on the side, as a whole, it all feels like it's coming together as one. Like I do have other stuff like storage and stuff. Like I put all my room sprays over there in the corner, and obviously my plant is sitting at the top, out of the way so Benny can't eat it. But overall, like I think like this is my favorite side of the room as a whole. Like every time I look at this just makes me so happy. And as you can see, yes, previously this was my favorite side of the room, but now this is becoming even better. Like I'm so happy when I look at it as a whole. Just so pretty. It's so pretty, and it's functional. I love when function meets beauty. It's my favorite combo. Now all I have left to clean is this little desk over here, but I won't bore you with that stuff since I already showed you a bit of cleaning today. So I'm gonna end the vlog here. This video should be coming out on Tuesday. So I hope you all have a wonderful and splendid week. Bye, see you next Tuesday.